What's up, y'all? Welcome to the Dope Life Podcast, the dopest podcast ever. And I'm, of course, your host, Coach AJ, Dope Life Coach, the dopest life coach ever. And if you haven't already, go ahead and hit that subscribe button so that you never miss another episode. And if you could be oh so wonderful and dope and leave us a rating and review so that our podcast can reach many other people just like yourself to live and love a dope life, self-love, self-compassion, self-confidence, we would greatly appreciate that. But before we go ahead and get right into it, as always, let's take 3 deep cleansing breaths to center ourselves. So if you are driving, as always, please, may I beg you, focus on the road, keep your eyes on the road. But if you are home and you're able to do it, I invite you to close your eyes to help just kind of like bring us to a center. And we're going to breathe through our nose and sigh out through our mouth, all right? So into our nose, sigh out. Into our nose, sigh it out. One more time, into our nose, sigh it out. Okay, all right. So today's episode, it's really excited for it. It's a fun episode. We're going to talk about creating a vision board for 2024. Now, I know some people, they usually do like a physical vision boards, but I personally do a digital vision board. And the reason why I do that is because if you notice, I still get the flyers, but I don't get like the like much things that I could cut out, and I'm not about to cut out my books. So we're just gonna do a digital one. I did one for 2023, and I'm just gonna kind of walk you through how to do one for 2024. It's also pretty good for the economy. I mean, that's just me, but it's an easy way to do it. But I'm not knocking you if you want to do a physical one. By all means, if you want to do a physical one, by all means. But this is just a way that we can start, jogging the things that we want to vision for 2024. So the very first step is you'd want to choose what kind of platform you want to do it on, right? So if you're doing it on a Bristol board, you go to your nearest dollar store, you grab a Bristol board, you start looking for how you kind of want to, position it. But if you are doing it digitally, there's a few steps you can take. Personally, I use Canva. I kind of consider it as the one-stop shop where I can get everything because they do have graphics and pictures and you could type and all the other stuff, which is great. But you can also use Pinterest and PowerPoint as well, and Google Slides if you don't have PowerPoint, right? Or Pages if you have a Mac. So there's other options as well. But I'm not gonna lie to you, Canva is probably the easiest way. And I use the whiteboard option. So if you go into Canva and you type in the little search engine, you just type in whiteboard, it'll give you like a full on just whiteboard, and you start moving things over. But we're gonna get into that, and I'll break everything down. Okay, so the very first step is you want to set your goals. Like, what are your goals for 2024? Like, how do you want to see your 2024 to kind of pan out, your aspirations? What do you want to achieve in different areas of your life? So I'm going to give you like a few ways that you can break it down and what you can include to start like kind of thinking about what your goals can be. Health and wellness, mentally, physically, your wellness overall, personal growth. You can have that as a topic. Like, how do you want to grow personally? And you can start thinking of different things that you want to grow and within like your own personal growth. Finances, like what are your goals for financially for 2024? Family relationships, like, do you want to hang out with your family more? Do you want to build, repair some relationships? What do you want to do with your partner, your spouse, or friendships, like connections? What do you think plans? Do you want to go on road trips with your friends or your partner and your family? Like, just think of things, right? Fun and recreation. What type of fun? Like, because life is not just, okay, we got to work and come home. What kind of fun do you want to have in 2024? Do you want to go into vacations with a bunch of your homegirls, your homeboys? Like, what are you thinking about? Like, what kind of fun and recreation do you want to have? Do you want to join like a sports team? Like, think about it. Like, what are you trying to like add to your life in terms of fun and recreation? Healthy habits. Like, what kind of habits do you want to adapt? Also think of some habits that you may want to drop or release yourself from. And career goals. Well, like if you're an entrepreneur, if you're executive, if you work for someone 9 to 5, what are you trying to do? Will you move up? Are you cool to where you're at? Get another job? Like, what are you thinking? Okay, so the third step is collect your visuals. Now, if you're doing the Bristol board, yeah, you got to start cutting stuff out and really working through, like, getting all the stuff. You do flyers, catalogs. I know catalogs are kind of like phasing out, but if you could find something with whatever represents, or you could print it, and then cut it out, however that works for you. Again, for Canva and those other digital platforms, you just go online, you find pictures, iStock, Canva has all their pictures there, whatever you need, Google it, Google image, and you just drag and drop and go about your day. And use this as like your foundation to set your goals. Like the image should best describe your goal. You know what I mean? So let's say I want to cook more, hypothetically. Okay, like I want you to describe, like you could put like a person you're cooking, yourself, a good meal. What kind of food are you looking to? Is it healthy? Is it savory? Like, what are you thinking? Make it best describe your goals. Which leads me to a little bit of the next step, which is like the template. Well, like I said, for Canva, you can use the whiteboard option, which is fantastic. Other apps have their own. The PowerPoint, usually the PowerPoint option, or you could create a PowerPoint, however you feel comfortable and it fits and suits you the best. The next step is like arranging and customizing. I also want to add in, like, you can put in words too. Like, you could say, hey, I want to meditate more. If you can't find an image, like, type it in, write it in, make it like, or if you could, draw it in. I don't know. However, but you can also create your own images as well. If you can't find anything, I know, like, I'm not the greatest artist. Like, I can't draw to save life, but I would try the best because it'll be within my own image. Also, like, personalize it as much as you want. It kind of went back to like how, create it however you want to create it, but personalize it and customize it the best you can. Add quotes, add some quotes. I think that's really cool. Add affirmations, like the quotes and affirmations, highly recommended. It's not all about images, right? Not about the visuals of it all. Add in some quotes and affirmations that really hit you. I think the reason why I'm even bringing up vision boards, I know we're in December at the moment, but the reason why I'm bringing up vision boards is because you don't got to finish it all in one day. I know they have vision board parties or you finish it all one night. I'm saying take your time. Take your time. And the cool thing about digital ones is that as you go along, you can adjust it. If you feel like, you know what, that I was lowballing what I think I can do. Now that I'm in the thick of it, I want to up it a bit more. So you could actually do things like that, which I think is cool. That's why I personally like digital. But add in text, definitely add in some text there. And the last two steps is you save it in a place where you can find it. Review and reflect. Like every now and then, I just take a peek. I just recently took on look at the 2023 one, getting ready to make my 2024 vision board, and I was like, wow, like just to see the stuff that I was looking for. There were some areas where I lacked, and there were some areas where I didn't lack. I did more than what I even put onto my vision board. And so it's great to look at it from time to time. I say look at it every quarter, every 4 times a year, just to see where you're at, where you need to adjust, where you need to do better at, where you need to take a step back. Like, remember, like you could say something where I'm going to hang around my family more, and then you find yourself, you're working the last 6 months so much, you're like, oh, I need to scale back because, like I said, I wanted to hang around my family more. Like, it's a great way to reflect. And personally, the very last one, I wouldn't share with anyone. That's just me. I truly believe that it should be your own personal gift to yourself. If you feel comfortable to share it with others, by all means. But for me personally, I don't share that because that's kind of like a goal and manifestation thing. And I don't like to share that stuff with anyone. In fact, I don't even share my past ones. I don't. It's just a personal thing. But if you don't feel comfortable doing that, by all means. But if you feel comfortable, by all means, you could do that. So just to reflect, we talked about vision boards today. And I think because we're in December right now and we're about to kick up to the new year, it's a great time to start thinking about what do you want to put on your vision board. And I understand like we're going to get busy with the holidays and such, but don't forget to scale back and also help plan yourself for, success for 2024 and actually having a good vision of, because visualization is a very powerful tool. And we went through the steps and, you could do digitally or you could not do digitally. You could do it like, old school, cut everything out. And you conclude the stuff that set goals. Number one, definitely set goals of what you want to do. Figure out what the template you want to use it. Collect all the visuals. Arrange and customize it the best you can and make it yours. Personalize it. Reflect this, I would say every quarter. every 4 times a year. And like I said, you can show it to people, but you don't have to show it to everyone. And I hope you enjoyed this very dope episode. And, go ahead and share this on your Instagram page and tag me in it. As you can share it on your story. Tag me in it at @dope_life_coach_. That greatly appreciated. And again, thanks so much for joining us for another Dope Life episode. Stay dope, walk with peace and love.